So, see, I guess it's July, say like 7th or 8th, 2021, and I have a retainer in, so if it sounds like I'm lisping, that's because I'm lisping. I'm here up on a bald mountain project, and this grassy area, even though there are a few little sticks that got kicked in from my recent work, this grassy area is actually an area that I ran over with my forestry mulcher in the absolute worst conditions for doing this kind of work. About 2 years ago, I was out here in winter, so there was ice on the ground, so I wasn't able to get as deep as I would have liked, which is why some of the bottoms of these stumps are still showing. But I would say this is like the worst case scenario. And I think I cleared this whole section kind of down slope of the house here to the edge of the willows. This was like the worst case scenario of what the kind of work that we do, and I think it only took a few hours. However, they were pleased enough with the work that they're having me come back. This is their goat herd, resident lawn mowing team, and clear out this whole area, which was really thick, like spruce trees about this size, low hanging willow, cottonwoods, downed logs. It was brushy, thick stuff, much thicker than what you see down there in this wetland area. Anyway, they want to open it up for pasture for their goats and other farming stuff. So I came in and yeah, people are always shocked with what it looks like right after we finish this kind of work. But believe it or not, because the soil is still in place and it's all that macro woody debris is left in place, nothing's bulldozed, this will be green and vegetative as soon as you get a good rain. That seed bank is there. And by next spring, it'll be even thicker and bushier than that, which I did in like the absolute worst time of year to do that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. I was able to work around some trees that I think were worth keeping, these native cottonwoods, and there's a really nice native scholar's willow, which is kind of one of the straightest, tallest growing native willow trees we have here. There's like an older spruce tree line that looks like it was planted about 30 years ago on the border of the property, but I kind of feathered some volunteer spruce in there just to make it look a little more natural. But yeah, and look at this space. It's really cool. Now they got a spot to put their high tunnel, their goat herd, growing goat herd. It's a young couple, really nice people. Yeah, I think it turned out really well. The lower edge down in those really low willows, that was a little challenging just because there's rocks and some really swampy spots. But yeah, I think a lot of time people don't realize like just how precise we're able to get. I mean, this was like thick willow forest, spruce forest, you know, looked like that, but with downed logs in it. We're able to pull out all the downed logs, work really closely around all these trees that we wanted to keep. This is like a great solution for not disturbing your topsoil, making an area look more park-like, opening it up, leave all that biomass in place. It looks much better. This is particularly important if you're going to use it as pasture or a lawn later. You don't have to bring in any topsoil. At this point, all you got to do is just mow it. Like a heavy brush mower or a big ride-along mower, easily be able to maintain this. And all these small pieces of wood, especially if you run livestock over it or, you know, fertilize, this wood will biodegrade very quickly, especially alder and willow. I was able to save a lot of the native or a lot of the decorative trees that the previous owner had planted. There's some lodgepole pine, blue spruce, and some other stuff I was able to identify. It's an old outhouse hole that if we had an excavator we could fill it in, but which we could do, but the homeowner's going to take care of it. It's not that big. There's a huge stump right next to this garden area that I was able to work right up next to the fence. That always feels good. Yeah. This whole project took about 15 hours in the machine. And I'm guessing this is about, the project area, total project area is probably 1.5 acres, maybe 2 acres. So anyway, we're Southern Exposure. This is what we do, or a chunk of what we do. We also do site prep and gravel and all that kind of fun stuff. But this forestry mulching is kind of a unique capability that I think we do better than a lot of the other people who do this kind of work. So it's a good niche. If you have a similar project or just like a bunch of down trees or nasty looking area you want to open up a little bit, give us a call.